You might have never heard of Nakhon Nayok. I hadn't before we visited, and what we'll do is show you some of the things that you can do, including visiting a sheep farm, which had more animals than sheep, which you can feed, as well as tasting some of the local wine and getting a blessing at a Hindu temple. We'll bring you along with us to see some of the awesome food you can eat, as well as the drinks, and the hotel where we'll be spending the next 2 nights, which is not too far away from Khao Yai National Park, which is where we'll take you to go and see some awesome waterfalls and the scenic views on some of the nature trails that they have here. And if you're new to our channel, first of all, welcome, and if you've seen us before, ignore the next 10 seconds. But my name's Phil, and this is my wife, Fang.
Welcome to our channel.
Hence our channel, Phill and Fang around the world. And also, this is the first holiday of our 3-month-old son, Bruno. He come away with us for this new experience. He got to see some amazing sights when he was awake, including temples where we made merit and some of the original fake knockoff items at some of the markets. So in typical YouTube fashion, as they say, let's dive straight into this video of 3 awesome days in Nakhon Nayok. So, in case you're wondering, Nakhon Nayok's a province, and it's situated in central Thailand, not far from Bangkok, which is where we started off by getting everything organised, or should I say Fang was getting everything organised.
So you're going on your first travel trip today, mate, to Nakhon Nayok.
We start the journey off in Bangkok and drive to the first destination called Ancient Main Hall Wat Pa Krathum, which was more of a shrine, I'd say, than an actual temple. It's off the beaten track, and if I'm honest, I can't remember how we found this place. Maybe there was a sign for it as we were driving up. Anyway, they had a little shop where you could buy some flowers, which we did to pay our respects to Lord Buddha. Wat Pa Krathum's a small and peaceful temple that feels like stepping back in time. The ancient main hall here is simple but beautiful, and it's surrounded by these calm gardens and the scent of incense in the air. It is off the beaten track, and you don't get many tourists around here, which makes it perfect for soaking in the local culture and starting the day with a bit of reflection. Then after some quiet time, we changed gears for something a little bit more fun and made our way to Nakhon Nayok Sheep Farm. And there's more than just sheep here, there's lots of cute animals, as we'll show you. And as you walk in, it costs, I think it was 50 baht per person, which works out at about £1 each. And you can buy some food, like I'm doing here, to feed some of the animals. Grab some carrots, and Fang got some celery there. And I wasn't sure what to expect from this place. In our experiences, they're either brilliant places to visit, or let's just say not very good. And thankfully, this wasn't the latter. I was quietly impressed as we wandered around and looked and fed some of the different animals that they have. And we'll show you some of those animals now. There was chickens, and I'm not sure what that was. That's a dove and some turkeys. And then, yeah, there was different sections to the place as well, where we went and fed some of the animals, including some of the horses, as well as some of these little goats.
Share it with you.
They are goats, aren't they? And they also had pigs and ducks and deer, as well as smaller animals like these hamsters to these big turtles. And it was quite a quaint little place. It had an old English telephone box,
Make a phone call,
as well as a post box. And this was the main attraction that we came to see, which was all these sheep. With it being a sheep farm, there's plenty of sheep here. And one had got loose and attacked Fang and nicked the food.
See? Give us it back.
Then there's other animals here as well. There was quays, ostriches. It's a great place to come for families, couples, or anyone who just wants some cheerful content for the camera roll. And we got plenty, as you can see here. And yeah, we'll have to bring Bruno back when he's a bit older so he can have a bit of fun in the playground. Although it is quite deceptively hot. Looking at this video, it might not look very hot, but it was about 34, 35 degrees. And you can't stay out in that for too long, really. Well, I can't anyway. It's a chilled out place to come if you're visiting Nakhon Nayok. I'd definitely put it on the recommended list of places to come here. And as you go around, you might see someone ask to take your photo, and you'll have an option to buy that photo as your exit. And they're about 100 baht, which is around £2.20 in English money, or about $3 if you're American. And as your exit, near where we bought the food, they had a good selection of local wines, which would be rude not to have a little sample of.
You try blueberry. Blueberry wine.
Really nice. Is that blueberry?
Yeah, and next one is mulberry. Oh, mamao. Mamao, different. Mamao.
That's nice, that.
Sour.
Yeah, I like it. Should just stay here and get drunk.
But unfortunately we couldn't do that because we had other places to visit.
So where's the next place we're going?
We go to Hindu temple.
So the next place, as you just heard, is a Hindu temple, which was just a few minutes' drive from the sheep farm, called Ganesha Park Temple. You'll find two massive Ganesha statues here, one sitting and one reclining. And this is the reclining one that you can see on your screen now. And I'll show you the other one in a moment, just after I speak to this guy.
You want me to come there?
Oh, no problem. Touching. You live Thailand? Live here?
Yes.
Where you live?
Bangkok, 𝐍𝐀𝐊𝐄.
So that was rather unexpected and very nice of the guy.
I've just been blessed.
This is the other Ganesha statue, the sitting one that I said I'd show you. And there's lots of other different statues of gods and deities, and I'm not going to pretend to know what they all are. It was a very big and spacious temple, and yeah, well worth the visit if you're in the area. And that was pretty much it for the temple. And what we'll do now is we'll make our way to the hotel that we'll be staying at. But we were starting to get a little bit hungry, so we'll stop off and grab a bite to eat at this restaurant called Sarikaburi Nakhon Nayok Homestay. And I didn't realise it was a homestay, but it did have a nice restaurant where visitors like us could stop off for food. It was traditional Thai food.
Okay, so we got the Grapao guy, chicken and pork. Okay, Jill, we're just waiting on your soup. Red curry with snail. That's it.
Well, yeah, I basically got the Grapao guy, which is like minced chicken, spicy minced chicken. And Fang got the red curry with snail, and you can see on the screen there the total cost for that meal. And it was really good value as well for the two of us, and a really nice place to come and have a meal.
So where to now?
We go to resort.
To the resort?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Time was ticking on a bit, and it was the early afternoon already, so the perfect time to go and check into the hotel, or should I say resort, that we'll be staying at for 2 nights, called the Phumontra Resort.
Hello, mate. We're at the hotel.
And trying to carry Bruno and balance a camera wasn't too easy, and we were up on the 2nd floor, which is this room here, 2310. I'll give you a little look at the room now. It was very spacious and very good value for money as well. As you can see, the views were fairly decent. Apparently the views on the other side are better, but you get what you pay for, and had fresh water in the fridge and a very good shower, good water pressure at this hotel. And little Bruno was relaxing into the room nicely.
It's your first holiday.
And we have no time to waste in this video. We like to cram as much things in as possible. And we headed out to have a little look around the hotel. There's bicycles that you can see there, which you can hire. As well as these lovely huts. I'm not sure what you call those type things, those wooden houses. But the gardens and everything were absolutely stunning. It was very well kept. So yeah, if you don't want to stay in a room like we were staying in, you can stay in one of those things. And it had a really nice pool as well, which you can see. And some quite funky architecture as well. And towards the bottom of the garden, there's a big river where you can do all different activities, such as rafting. And there's other things available as well at the hotel, like ATV and paintballing. I'm not sure if they're actually in the hotel. I didn't see them, maybe just close by. And there's this bistro and bar, which, when we checked in, he offered us a free welcome drink.
Enjoying your holiday?
Cheers.
Cheers.
And then it'd be rude not to sample some more food and have a few beers to chill out and unwind, because we're on holiday after all. And take a few carry-outs back to the hotel room as well. And that was a cost for what we bought, which was mainly beer. Can't beat a good bottle of Chang in Thailand. Staff were really friendly. And they called for us a golf cart as well to take us back to our room, which was really nice. So what I'll do now, as day one in Nakhon Nayok comes to an end, is I'll give you a breakdown of the cost of what it cost us for the first day. And this is the total cost of our day in Thai baht, and I'll convert it into the different currencies for you as well. As you can see, it was a relatively cheap day in comparison to a lot of the places that we've been. And I'll carry this on into day 2 and day 3.
So here we go in day 2 of Nakhon Nayok. So we're just gonna head out for breakfast.
And as we take a walk down for breakfast, we've got a really fun and exciting day ahead of us today. As we grab our breakfast at the hotel, which you can choose from a set menu, and there's some items on a buffet as well, little bits of fruit and juice and whatnot. I got the full English breakfast. Well, wasn't hardly a full English. Fang got rice, and then it was time for Bruno to have a little sleep before we headed out.
So we're just heading out on day 2.
We've gone a little bit off track, but we should be hitting the main road soon. We're just getting through all these potholes. You can't beat getting lost. I don't think I was lost actually. I just tried to take a shortcut, which never ends well. Always best off sticking to the main roads, really, especially in Thailand. And it's a beautiful province to drive around as well. Nakhon Nayok, the roads are really decent and quite open, and there wasn't much traffic as well. We went past some quite nice places, but we didn't really have time to stop off because we wanted to stick to our itinerary where we're heading, which is to Khao Yai National Park. So here we are at the legendary Khao Yai National Park. It's Thailand's first and one of its most famous national parks.
So we've got our map.
It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site and filled with lush forests, waterfalls, and if you're lucky, wild animals. And I'll take you now on the first nature trail that I did, because I left Fang and Bruno in the car with the aircon on, because I didn't think it was a good idea really to take them on a nature trail of this type anyway, because it was quite up and down and a lot of stairs. And it was called Nam Tok Heo Narok Nature Trail, with Nam Tok in Thai translating as waterfall. So we'll go for a walk down to see the waterfall. As you can see, it's beautiful, really peaceful. And something I was a little bit surprised about is that there's elephant patrol points. So I was keeping my eye out to see if I could see any elephants, which unfortunately I didn't on this particular occasion. And I just kind of jumped into this with not really knowing how far it was going to be or how humid it was going to be either. I just kind of, just followed the trail and took a punt on it really, and pretty pleased that I did, to be honest, because I've got to see this beautiful waterfall. And then it was the hike back up to the car, which I knew was going to be a lot more strenuous than the walk down. And we all have our own path to walk, no matter who we are. Although the journey and path might seem hard, it's only best to rely on yourself and your own efforts, especially now in a world where most people are seeking external validation. I was thinking to myself, as you do, how interesting it's going to be to see what things are like when Bruno gets older.
It's started to rain a little bit again, but we're going to head to the next place, which is a viewpoint about 30 odd kilometres this way.
So the first place ticked off. It was time to head back up the road and look for another spot, which it'd be nice for Fang and Bruno to have a look at. And we came across one about a 20-30 minute drive away, where we saw other cars parked up and going for a walk. So we thought it'd be rude not to follow suit and go and have a look. The air was really fresh, being this high above sea level, and it was a nice place for Bruno and all of us to fill our lungs and take in this lovely scenery. And then a little bit further up the road, we come to this stop, which is the visitors centre, which had a cafe. And I managed to get to see an elephant.
Found one.
Even if it wasn't a real one. And the temperature up here dropped a lot.
It's got to be the coldest I've seen Thailand.
In the morning it was getting into the 30s, and as you can see there, it dropped to 23 degrees, which was very welcoming. And we'll have a look inside the visitors centre. It's probably worth mentioning now actually that if you are planning to come here, that the park's open from 6 in the morning till 6 at night. And it costs Thai nationals 40 baht, and foreigners like myself 10 times that. It's 400 baht. And to drive a four-wheeled vehicle through the park, it'll cost you an additional 30 baht. And as you'd expect, being a tourist place, there's a souvenir shop where you can buy hats. There's lots of hats in this place, of all different shapes and sizes, as well as other clothing as well. And there was a nice coffee shop as well, where we grabbed a coffee and a green tea, and Bruno had a chance to refuel with a bit of milk. So all strapped in, raring to go, we headed off to the next stop, which was
Windy road.
about 10 kilometres up the roads. And on our way up there, we got to see a little bit of wildlife.
Oh, that's the one-handed monkey. Oh, mate. Oh, there's his family. Right, me little mate. We're going to... Where are we going? Nong Pok Chi Nature Reserve.
This is Nong Pak Chi Nature Trail, which we thought would be a good one to take Bruno on because of it being quite flat.
You alright in there, son? Going on a hike. Explosives prohibited. You didn't bring any explosives in there, did you?
Explosive free, we headed out on this trail, which is around 3 to 4 kilometres, and it took us about an hour and a half. It's a fairly easy trail, and it can be done by most age groups, with it being fairly flat. Although I was a bit disappointed that I didn't see any elephants, or any other animals, in fact. Reviews suggest that it has abundant wildlife here, but not today. And not all was lost though, because we got to go inside this tree house and look at some interesting information about all of the animals that we could have seen. But if you like nature, this is a good place to walk. It's got a nice atmosphere, and it's also a great place to take photos and videos. This was perfect weather for hiking, and we'd seen everything that we wanted to see, and that was it really for that nature trail. So what we'll do now is we shall head back to the car.
So who comes to a national park in flip-flops? Fang, that's who.
And we ticked all the boxes that we'd wanted to see at this national park.
Well, it's been a good day in Khao Yai National Park.
And time was ticking on as well, so it was time to make our way out of the national park and go and visit the next place on our list for today before it got too dark. And that place is this one that we're driving to now, called Khun Prakarn Chon Dam. And this is one of the longest dams in Thailand. You can actually walk or drive across the top of it. And the views are absolutely amazing, as we'll show you once we get to the top. There's plenty of parking spaces here for visitors.
It's called multitasking.
And it's not too far of a walk from the car park to go and see these absolutely amazing views. So this is the dam. Well, that's the wall of the dam at the end there. And we'll take a walk. Like I said, you can walk across it or drive across it even. We'd caught it at a really good time, just in time for sunset. So we got to see all these fantastic views. Overlooking Nakhon Nayok, which is somewhere where I never thought to go really. But as we're living in Bangkok, it was only an hour and a half, 2 hours drive away, and very peaceful and relaxing. Just a nice break away from the city. And as day turned into night, we went to a restaurant just a short drive away for a bite to eat at this place called Chai Nam Kitchen.
So everything's in Thai, and my reading skills aren't that up to scratch yet, so you're going to have to translate for me.
This one is crocodile menu.
Crocodile?
Yes, all is crocodile menu.
Oh, nice. Where'd they get it from, the river?
Maybe from river.
Unlike in Cambodia, I didn't go for the crocodile this time. I got the fried rice and chicken with a fried egg, and Fang got some kind of spicy vegetable dish with prawns. And I'll put on the screen now the total cost for day 2 here in Nakhon Nayok, which must be one of the cheapest days that we've had from everywhere that we've been on all our trips. And as day 2 comes to an end, it was just time for Fang to read Bruno a book before bedtime.
จ๊ะเอ๋เห็นแม่ไก่เห็นแม่ไก่
So come down for breakfast. It's like a buffet style today.
Into day 3 now, which started off once again with breakfast, and then followed by a little stroll around the hotel grounds before checking out of the hotel.
So we've got the car loaded up, ready for the next stop.
And the next stop that we're going to is Wat Phrammani, which is a Buddhist temple, and you'll know if you're on the right track as you drive up to the temple. You'll pass all these orange statues of elephants and deer. This temple was built during the reign of King Rama I of Thailand. It's a very old and local temple, also known as Wat Pa Krathum, and famed for being a magnet for people to come into money and for those seeking luck. And I could do with a bit of that myself. So let's go and have a look around and inside and see if we can strike it rich and come into some money. So we picked up the flowers and the incense and red juice offering and made merit at the first place, which was in front of this elephant statue. And once Fang had read out the Thai script, which I repeated, you then pray for something and place down the flowers and the red juice where the other ones are.
Come and marry, Bruno.
And then we took Bruno inside to join in with us making an offering by putting some money into this tree.
Oh, okay. This one feel for put some money in and press. Okay.
And then we stuck some gold leaves onto the different statues. And in Thai Buddhism, placing gold leaves on Buddha statues is a common act of making merit. It symbolises the act of doing good deeds without expecting recognition or reward. It's believed to be a way to express sincerity and offer the best to oneself to the Buddha. And then after we'd placed all the gold leaves, we went back outside the main hall where
The leaves start from this way.
there was a standing elephant on the opposite side to where we came in. And you can walk under and around this elephant statue. And if you do this 3 times, like we did, it's meant to bring you good fortune. And it's also a kind of spiritual and memorable experience to your visit. And on the way in or out of the temple, there's these food stalls, which I knew we wouldn't be able to just walk past without Fang wanting to try or buy something. And I'm a little bit more cautious of these type of food after a few bad experiences.
Do you enjoy that? Yeah.
And then once you get out of the temple, there's a market, which was another place I knew we wouldn't just be able to walk past. And the thing for me is when I stop and look, I kind of feel obliged to buy something. And it goes without saying that Fang will 9 times out of 10 buy something. It was really cheap, as you can see there. There's replica football shirts, which will cost you 100 baht.
Get a Newcastle shirt, mate.
And that's kind of what you'd expect for a place selling, how do I say it, original fakes is a term that I quite like. And in all fairness, the quality of some of the Kanlan Kwans were just as good quality as the original ones. And it makes you think how much profit some of the big brands actually make, with the markup being more than 10, even 20 times the cost of what these are. So let me know if you want any socks or a belt bringing back to England. I'll do you a good deal.
I'm absolutely sweating here. Yeah, Fang's bought some fruit, which is, what's it called?
Baling ting.
Baling ting, so... And that is really sour. Sure. Won't be eating any more of them, I don't think.
So if you like sour, then come and try Belingting. And still in Nakhon Nayok, about a 50-minute drive away, is this university. And I'm not even going to try to pronounce this one. And it's where Fang's niece, Om studies.
His cousin M. Sarikaburi.
So we were passing and we picked her up and took her for a drink at this local cafe called Lali. It has a warm and cosy atmosphere, and you can choose from a variety of coffee beans as well as other non-coffee drinks. The owner of this place is a really nice lady. She prepares all the drinks herself in traditional fashion. She certainly knows how to make a good brew, that's for sure.
So we've all got our drinks. You got Bruno. You got milk for a change.
Yeah, I'll be milk.
And they do food here as well.
So what are these? What's this? Chocolate. Fresh milk caramel. I've got some chicken and rice.
and I hope you've enjoyed this video of our 3 days in Nakhon Nayok. And as we drop Omen back off at university,
Bye,
we can have a look at what it cost us for the final day here in Nakhon Nayok. And these trips might not be everyone's cup of tea, and we've got lots of videos of any of the places that we've travelled on our channel. And as we drive back to Bangkok, I'll put the total cost for our 3 days here in Nakhon Nayok, and look forward to bringing you lots more trips from Thailand in the future. And before the outtakes from this video, I'd just like to say a big thank you for all your support. It really makes making these videos worthwhile. And as always,
We shall see you
On the next video.
I'm not sure if this makes me Hindu now. Where are we going today?
Today, after breakfast, we go Khao Yai, then Khao Yai National Park.
I'm not surprised it's lost its hand coming this close to the road. It's got like yellow on his head.
Yeah.
Welcome to Khao Yai. In this video we're going to show you everything that Khao Yai has to offer, including his watchtower. There's little Bruno in there somewhere. Thank you for joining us, and we shall see you
On the next video.
Storm a line. So thank you for joining us on this epic journey, and if you want to see where we're going next, just click the next video.